Hey guys, it's Leanne with Paper Heart Scissors, and I'm glad you stopped by. And I have a really simple card. I got some new stamps, and from Confetti, I got the pineapple um, stamp, and I wanted to do a little window card with the die. And so this is the stamp set. It has a really simple, nice die, and I'm gonna literally I did a top folding card that is 4.5 by 11, and I scored that in half. And then I placed the die and I cut it in the position that I wanted the stamping to show through. And in the olden days, before the Misti, you would do this and you would actually stamp through the die cut. And the thing that was difficult about this was that you could get, or you could easily mess it up, get the edges dirty, and it really wasn't always necessarily in the exact right place. But with the Misti, you can cut the die cut, and literally you watched me place the rubber stamp in the position within the die cut, and then ink it up after you've literally flipped the piece of cardstock over so that you're now looking at the inside of the card. And then when you stamp on the inside there, you are actually stamping in the exact position where that die cut is. So it's an incredibly even way to do this kind of placement. And I'm using some of the new Hero Arts hybrid inks there. That is Dandelion. And I like the yellow. I wanted to make it look more like, I don't know if you've seen some of those old Hawaiian beach posters, but they have kind of a you know, a, they look airbrushed or painted. So I'm actually using a little bit of the tangerine ink to do layering of the inks with the same stamp, and I just kind of pushed some onto the edges and then wiped some off, and I'll keep doing that until I'm happy with the amount that I have. And you can see I added a little bit more orange, and that's the tangerine color. And then I just smudge away with a baby wipe until you have the amount that you want on the stamp. And there you go. And you get this really nice blended look. And you can put more yellow on top, yeah, whatever you'd like. You just simply wipe off the stamp beforehand. You can make it very soft if you wanted to. But it's a nice way to do stamp layering without a stamp layer and get more than one color onto an impression. So now I'm going to place the top, and you watched me flip it over. Now we're back on the front of the card where that window is, and I'm going to take the little top of the pineapple and place it inside the die cut just like I did with the body, and close the window of the Misti. And then here we go, we're flipping back to the inside of the card. And what is so great about this is you'll see when I ink this up, I'm using the green apple hybrid ink from Hero Arts, and I'm going to close that window, and you can see that it actually lines up so perfectly with the stamp as well, because that's another problem, is getting it in, when you're trying to stamp through that window, it's just there's something in your way. I don't know. It was never that successful for me. I always ended up being messy and getting ink on the sides, and then I'm adding a little bit of Green Hills dye ink on the outside edges of the pineapple top leaves. And you get this just really great. You can keep going with this with other colors. You could put yellow in there, whatever you want, but you get this kind of almost painted, layered look. And you only have one stamp. So here's the magic. Look at that. It is just amazing. It works so well, and it's so simple. And like I said, you can do this without a Misti, but I do have to say that in this instance, this is one of those things that the Misti completely changed. You know, when you're doing layering and you want to add more ink, or you want to detail the color or add another color and not muck up what you already stamped, it works so beautifully. So now that I'm done with the stamping, I'm going to use this Hero Arts Wave stencil, and I really liked the idea of the waves. Just it needed something on the front, and I wanted this to be a one layer, very flat card. And I know I'll put a fun little sentiment on the inside. At this point, I don't think I decided whether it was going to be on the inside or on top of the stenciling of the background. But one of the reasons why the stenciling is good here is that because the die makes a little impression, you can actually get the ink around the edge of the die on the where the window is. So you can just watch and very carefully. This is, I think, Tide Pool ink, and I just dabbed in around. You could do it in a circle just around the pineapple and have it be white, or I went for the full front of the card and did all of it because I really liked the idea that it felt like water and the beach, and I'm ready for summer here, very much ready for summer. So, and I sped this up, but it still lags a little bit. You can notice that I use just Post-it tape to mask with at the top of the card. And then because I'm making two cards, I actually will save this whole setup. And you can just peel the it's all taped on, and you can just pull the masking tape up off the bottom, and you've got that piece ready for the other card front. And there you go, almost done. I decided that I wanted to put a little bit of Wink of Stella on. I was considering putting the sentiment on a little banner or something in the middle, but I actually went with one of the other Hero Arts sentiments from another, I think it's Garden Party set. I'll put all the supplies below the video, but I like that little Fun in the Sun script, and it stamped beautifully, I have to say. That sentiment, I was a little wary that maybe it wasn't going to stamp so well, but it really did. So I'm going to put some Wink of Stella on the inside of this pineapple and just kind of go around on all the colored areas, and you get that pretty shine, that pretty sparkle. And that's really all for this one. Keep it really simple and nice, but it's kind of special. I love the windows. And a little pool note card, and you could obviously decorate your envelope with another pineapple or a smaller, maybe a pair of flip-flops or something else like that could be nice. And then I was looking at the two of them together, and I decided to actually add a little bit of glossy accents and do one of the pineapples as 3D. So you could put Wink of Stella below it or not, but I went ahead and I filled in this whole thing with glossy accents. And it looks amazing, but I will tell you, you have to expect that you are going to need to let this dry really overnight. When I came back a few hours later, it was still kind of cold on the bottom underneath, which said to me that it was not ready to be on its way anywhere in the mail, and that if I touched it, I was going to ruin it. So if you do this, just be super patient, plan on leaving them there for a day and really letting them dry, but well worth it. So much fun to see that kind of 3D pineapple through the die cut window, and it raises up through the window a little bit. So I hope you've enjoyed doing this quick card with me, and that you have a good time with some of the new supplies. I will tell you that I went a little bit crazy this spring. I have some neat things, and I'm so looking forward to making more cards and showing you what I do with them. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, you can visit me on my blog at paperheartscissors.com. And have a great spring. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.